was on my way home from football practice, riding with my dad, family car, a mile away from the house. We were hit by a drunk driver.
Approximately 5 years ago, I ended up with bone cancer in my ankle.
I went to have it tested, and a podiatrist put it up on the screen, says, "I'm 90% sure that's a tumor."
It caught one leg and threw me to the ground, and it cut my foot off.
My amputation occurred in the results of a gunshot wound.
I got caught in an underground conveyor, coal conveyor. Caught my left hand and it tore both arms off.
13 years ago, I was diagnosed with diabetes. I was 50 years old.
Started to get in my deer stand, and this brace broke, and I fell about 16, 18 feet.
I think that what we're about at Georgia Prosthetics, and the reason I do this work is I want to really have a profound positive impact on somebody's quality of life and their ability to still have a life that is meaningful to them. And by providing prosthetic limbs that really fit and fit well and are comfortable, I'm able to provide them with something that removes obstacles from their ability to do what they want to do with their life.
In the next few minutes, you will hear from some pretty special people. In their own words, they will share how they hit some devastating bumps on the road of life. But with hard work and the help of the right professionals, they reclaimed their lives and now have the opportunity to achieve whatever goodness there is along the way.
Well, I tell every patient that I work with that the most important relationship that they will ever have being an amputee in the health profession is with the prosthetists. They're the ones that, and the surgeon does their job, they're done. The physical therapist, we get them ready for the prosthesis. We may even be lucky enough to teach them how to use it. But the prosthesis is the one that follows them for the rest of their life. You've got to have a good relationship with that person.
I first saw Terry in March of '07. He suffered a crushing injury to his lower leg because he fell 10 feet after being electrocuted. He was in a significant amount of pain with his prosthesis.
The first year, I went through 5 different legs. I would have to go back 2 to 3 times a week and have them adjusted. One leg he had to take back because it just would not fit at all. The difference between the old company in Georgia, Prosthetics, is Dan took his time in measuring the leg. He actually measured pretty close to an hour. He cared, which gave me a more sense of him understanding what I was going through, and it gave me a more feeling of confidence in who I was working with. Okay, and that made a whole difference to me. And after the test socket was fully adjusted, and he actually made the leg, I have not had to go back but one time to have it adjusted. And I have had no sore spots. I've been able to do things that I haven't been able to do in over 6 years.
You can go to places that are standardized, or you can go to places that are more interested in what works for you as an individual. And of course, that's what we try to do in our business. And that's why it was easy to go with the folks at Georgia Prosthetics, because they were concerned about me as an individual, not only because I was sick, but take my personality into consideration, as well as the things that I like to do. and make sure that they addressed all those issues in the outcome, as opposed to, hey, here it is, make it work.
Now, I did go to one other shop when I first came here, which will remain anonymous, but they stuck me in a little room and left me alone for hours, and I couldn't see what they were doing, and was not happy with the experience. And then someone told me about Georgia Prosthetics was nearby where I was working, so I knew instantly almost when I got in there that I was going to like these people, because like I said, you were able to sit out with them while you're working on you, if you wished to. If you didn't have to. So it's like a family. You get to like them, you get to know them, and they go the extra mile. You know, there are other places.
Some of the things that you look for are a reputable company. Talk to other people of the amputees. See how they're being treated. See how when they go into the shop, how do they respect them as a person. You want to go to a company that's been around. I personally like the individually owned company that's family owned, because then they answer to the patient, they answer to the person, not to any shareholders or stockholders or any board of directors. They answer to the patient, and if the patient's not happy, they correct it.
The field of prosthetics is always changing, and technology is changing. While we are in the health profession and providers of care, we're also creating and building tangible items, and they're custom crafted and custom fitted to each person. It takes a lot of skill. It takes skill as a listener. I have to listen to the people I'm working with to understand what they're experiencing, because I can't feel it. I rely on what they have to tell me about what problems they may be having. And then I have to convert that listening skill into a tangible creative activity, because we're artists, aspiring to be scientists, but it is very much an art, and every artist has a different skill level. I think what sets Georgia Prosthetics apart is the skills and the commitment to using those skills to create the very best prosthesis somebody could have.
Well, it's just like everybody. It's just, you just don't know. You don't know what to expect. But yeah, I thought there would be things I wouldn't be able to do, but I really can do everything I did before. At a roundabout way, some things take a little longer, but all in all, I do everything I did before. I run at least once a month, some kind of road race usually. I run one this past weekend. I run every day, anywhere from 3 to 5 miles a day. I do a lot of hiking on the weekends, up in these mountains, and that's really about only, besides riding my bike, that's really about all I do. I started riding probably in, 6, 7 years ago, I guess. I started riding, and a bunch of my guys, a bunch of my friends got me into it, and we started riding, and like I said, we ride just at least every other weekend, if not every weekend now. We go to a lot of the rallies, and we just, you get to see a lot of people, meet a lot of nice people, and we just enjoy doing it. We just enjoy it.
Somebody may have had an injury to their leg a number of years ago and have had multiple surgeries to try to repair it and fix it, and they're living in chronic pain with limited ability to to walk and not able to participate in the activities they enjoy, like perhaps golf or walking around the block with their spouse. And then after the amputation, being able to give them their life back and their ability to participate in the activities that they have been missing for sometimes years is very rewarding.
Before, of course, people would ask, what could they help me with? But now they're asking me to help them. So now it's as though everything is back to normal. Some family members that hadn't seen me in some time see me now, and they'll of course be like, Steve, I remember you injuring your leg. I see it's better. And they're thinking as though it was maybe just a broken leg, doesn't realize that I'm walking with the aid of a prosthetic limb. Just a couple of weeks ago, we had a family gathering. I was able to get out and really excel with my basketball skills, just to show them that before I was above the rest, but right now we all even. And that's the way everybody, when they see me come on the court, there's no pity. Actually, I think they really try to rough me up now because the things I used to do to them. So, but it's all fun.
And far as doing what you want to do, it's all in your brain, your subconscious. You have got to make up your mind that you will not let it interfere with anything you want to do. And after you reach that place, then you got it made, you know, because I said it wasn't going to stop me from doing anything I want to do, and it hasn't. It has not stopped me from doing whatever I wanted to do.
As an amputee, your greatest ally is the prosthetist. But how do you choose one? Your doctor or physical therapist can introduce you to other amputees, find out who they use. Interview several until you find someone who puts your interests first. Look for someone who wants to know about you and your life, your goals, and your activities. Remember, you'll have a lifelong relationship with your prosthetist. Find someone you can really feel comfortable with.